Hi, Ellie.
Oh,
So you were telling me the other day about some of the positive things that you've noticed since starting neurofeedback here at Bach Brain Clinic. One of the things that you mentioned was how you felt that your mind and body were starting to slow down.
yes. One day I just realized that I kind of felt in a good way like I was slowing down. My body was I was moving slower. I wasn't racing around. My thoughts were slower. They weren't spinning as much. And I also was more present. And it was really kind of a profound realization because it felt strange that that could happen so quickly and that, to the point where I'm not racing from my car into the house or from my house into the car. It was really mind, body, and then the whole mindfulness piece.
Great. That's awesome. One of the things that you were saying about that piece was how the AVE, the audio visual entrainment kit that you have that you use at
Yes.
home regularly, how you thought that was helping as well.
Yeah, because I had recently gotten that kit and started practicing it at home. And I found that when I did get in those spaces where my mind was just racing and circling and just felt out of control, I could use the AVE device almost as like a quick fix to just get me out of that space and be able to either focus or do something else. But the device is super helpful.
Great. Also, you were talking about that you noticed you were having an increase in the ability to deal with some difficult people. Can you say more about that?
Yeah, I have a few difficult people in my life, like most people do. And I noticed myself being less internally reactive when they would trigger me. I started taking things less personally, looking at them more as, this is a them issue. And that's been really helpful in noticing it, and then just deciding to kind of move forward.
So less internal anger.
Less, yeah, like tumultuous, less, yes,
Okay.
for sure.
Great. One of the other things that you mentioned was a sudden awareness of more self-awareness.
Yeah, this was probably the biggest thing is I felt one day like I had like a true epiphany out of the blue about myself. And all of a sudden I got to know myself on a much deeper level. And it had to do with areas of my life where I don't, that whole analogy of putting the mask on first. So I do that in certain areas of my life, but I haven't been doing that at all in other big areas of my life. And it was just, I couldn't believe it that I just realized that all of a sudden, and that's really going to change my life going forward and help me to be a happier, healthier person.
Fantastic. Another thing you were talking about was that you were having some changes in sleep.
Yes, I started dreaming again after, at least a couple years. I wasn't aware of dreams. I couldn't remember anything. I didn't know if I was dreaming. And then in the last couple weeks, I've started to not only dream, but be able to recall those dreams. That's been great. It seems like a good sign. I'm not just out, during the night.
Great. Also, you talked about humor.
Yes. Okay, this was a huge gift and it came early in my treatment. Humor has always been really important to me. I have a great sense of humor. I love to laugh. But I had lost that internal sense of humor, meaning I had lost the ability to look at things and find them funny and kind of crack myself up inside. And all of a sudden one day I just noticed, I was in the bathroom and I saw something and it just made me think of something really funny. And it was such a gift to get that back because that is me. And I'm so grateful.
Great. And how long do you think it's been since you've been feeling those kind of more humorous, lighthearted thoughts?
I would say 2 to 3 years.
Okay.
So it's been a long time.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good. So neurofeedback in general has been what kind of an experience for you, would you say?
You know what? It's been completely surprising and in a really good way. It's been all these really big, profound epiphanies or moments of clarity or better self-awareness in, ways that I couldn't have imagined, that I didn't even know, like, stuff coming from my subconscious. And so I'm so grateful that I've had this experience to be able to literally know myself so much better now than from when we started, which again is really going to help me make better choices. It's going to help me be happier, and it's going to help me be healthier too.
And it sounds like you've just had some real practical application of that in your life with sleep,
Yes.
with slowing down.
Yes, with dealing with difficult people, with standing in the checkout lane at grocery stores. It all has practical applications for sure, and it's been awesome.
Great. Thanks, Allie.
Thank you.